We appreciate immensely the interest that folks have had in our spring bare root sales for shipping and for some local pickup. And so, like I mentioned in the last video, I wanted to do a follow-up. We have now shut down the inventory on the website. So for shipping purposes, we will not be able to take any more orders to put together and ship. But for local bare root sales and for potted plant sales later on in the season, there will be ample opportunity. We'll talk about that more as we get closer to it, but sometime in mid-March to later March, based on the weather, we'll be offering those things up. But for now, what I'd like to do is focus on, now that we are not able to ship plants, there's so many other amazing nurseries that are at a similar scale size-wise and a similar ethical picture to what we do, that I'd love to talk about them and make sure that for those of you that were excited to get plants from us and then disappointed that we couldn't today, get them from our friends. And let me show you who some of those great folks are. The first place I would make sure people are aware of is Black Creek Farm and Nursery, bcfnursery.com. This is our dear friend Eric and his family, wonderful family out in the Hudson Valley of New York. Pretty amazing selection of plants, a lot of overlap with what we offer, and then a lot of things that are unique beyond what we do, like Tuna sinensis, which is a pretty amazing plant. There's good information in there. I see hardy pecan. He's got miyoga up and running now too. Service berries. There's gift cards as well. I don't know, I've been friends with Eric for a really long time, and we've shared ideas for a bunch of years, and it's amazing to see how great his nursery is. And the quality of the plants that he grows, I can stand behind 100%. Looks like he's even doing sea berry seedlings here, and lots of stock is left. So that's definitely a wonderful option. Our friends at Silver Run Forest Farm, it's a further south, they're down in Virginia. They still have a fairly large number of plants available. There's definitely a few things that are sold out, but I'm seeing as of today, March 1st, there's Chinese chestnut and Cornelian cherry and black walnut, pawpaw oak. These sorts of, the plants that they are generating down there in Virginia are going to be amazing for folks that are in a little bit of a warmer climate than we live in up here in New York State. But that being said, the range that most of the plants that they work with, their native range and their capacity is a pretty wide range of the United States. So more or less any of the plants that we were offering and where they'd be hardy, Silver Run Forest Farm would have some amazing options as well. On our website, edibleacres.org, you can find under our main navigation, there's a resources button and permaculture nurseries. I'll link in the description to this exact page as well. And this is where we list a whole bunch of our good friends. So I mentioned Black Creek Farm and Silver Run, but my gosh, it just goes on and on. It's just a partial list of the amazing nurseries that are out there in the world. And this is, centered around the United States and colder climate nurseries for the most part, because that's what we're familiar with. But you can check out this part of our website, and I would stand behind pretty much every website that we list have plants that are high quality, they're grown in ethical ways, and they've got reasonable prices. We've either grown plants directly from them, or we've just worked with them or believe in what they're up to. There's also a link to a bunch of different seed sources for folks that are interested in going that route. And then towards the bottom, we've got links to past YouTube videos that we've shared where we've asked the community to share their favorite nurseries. So this is something, if you go to our website and check this out, these two videos you can watch and just read through the comments. There's going to be a huge community-driven list of nurseries that other folks believe in. Lastly, I would love to hear from you wonderful folks out there in the comment section. A couple things. One, list your favorite permaculture-centric nurseries or nurseries that we would have a hard time just finding if we were searching online, that you've ordered from and that you believe in, that you feel like they do good work. And then beyond that, those of you that are just getting started with small nurseries and you aren't using chemicals, you aren't, you're trying your best to grow plants in an ethical way, and you have plants that are available to ship, please in the comments post your nursery, post a link to your website and a quick description of what people can find when they get there. We absolutely have plans to continue being a nursery. We've got lots of seeds and cuttings and all sorts of propagation goals for this year that we will be sharing in the fall when we get there, but then also on our journey during the growing season with you lovely folks in this YouTube format. So that's not where we're going. We're not trying to shut down or anything like that, but while we're in a place where we can't offer more plants this spring to people that are far from us, we really want to make sure you don't wait for us for now. Get the plants that you need. Every year we want to be making sure everyone's planting as much as they could possibly ever desire, and the more that's spread to other lovely nurseries out there, the better, I think. So anyway, thanks so much for your patience and for your interest in hardy perennial plants.